audio marks coming to you from the CHM Public Library. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, CJ, Jared, and Joe, the Four Horsemen of Wrestling Podcast, four casuals turned Marks wrestling fans to give you a direct line to all things in the squared circle. We pull no punches, we hit hard, and we will slam you with all the info you need to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, marks of all ages, are you ready? Because...
You know what? You just made the list.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Marks for Life Podcast. I am your reigning, defending, undisputed Marks for Life Podcast predictions of the world, CJ, and that button means that he is back. Hey, Jim.
Hi. How's everyone doing? Yes, I am your co-host, Jimmy.
We had to make sure Jimmy didn't get lost on the way here. You know, it's been a little while since we've had him in.
Yeah, I totally forgot where everything was.
Yeah, I
Even
know.
though I was the first person here.
I actually had to coach him in setting up everything. It was amazing.
Yeah, when you weren't here, that's amazing.
I know. It's like
telepathy. We just knew.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm back.
yes, he's back. He's not burnt from Jamaica.
No, I'm
He
not.
doesn't have a ring on his finger, which, surprisingly enough, we expected something.
Well, I don't get the ring.
At least a bread twist tie or something.
Yeah.
No, I don't get the ring.
Paperclip, maybe?
My fiance now gets the ring, which is getting resized and will hopefully be ready in 2 weeks. But it's a very nice ring.
Lesson learned, always ask the ring size beforehand.
To be fair,
That's dropping a major hint, CJ.
to be fair, it was a hand-me-down from my mom. So, like...
No, yeah, that is fair. That is very
To
fair.
be fair, it was a hand-me-down.
If you walked up to Nicole right now and said, "What's your ring size?"
I did. She said she doesn't know.
Well, most people don't.
No, most people don't.
The only time I've ever read my ring size was for class rings in high school. And even then, I don't remember.
Yeah, even same. And when I was... Because we had to go to K's to get it resized and everything, and I was also checking out the guy ones. There were some pretty nice ones in there for guys. But all the guys' ones were, like, perfectly fit for me, because I guess they're just, like, generic sizes. So...
You know what else was a perfect fit?
What?
The Money in the Bank briefcase for Brock Lesnar!
Oh, God, I hate the transition. I hate what it led to. I hate everything.
Okay, so...
Oh, I tried. I didn't think this was a podcast about jewelry, but let's get into the briefcase. The champions.
Yeah, let's get to Money in the Bank. That was... Yeah.
It had high points.
It was there.
There weren't many, like, really low points. Mysterio versus Joe was kind of a low point, but that's because Mysterio blew out his shoulder halfway in and Joe got busted up like no one's business.
That's all we care about, Joe getting busted up.
Oh my Jared, I think Joe's bleeding, and they put the camera back on him. It's like, oh, he got bad. He got messed up.
I always like a little blood in a title match.
That seems to happen to him a lot, though. Because that happened with him and Finn Balor in NXT, where he got busted open like 30 seconds into the match, and they had to like slow it down.
That was upsetting, though, that they actually like, no, we got to change this. It's
Yeah,
like,
because I think... What was it? It was like Shane's kid. It was like a takeover, like Mania or something like that. And Shane's kid was in the crowd, and he said, "This is bullshit."
sounds about right.
He
Sounds
started,
like a
he
McMahon.
started that chant. He started that chant that this is bullshit during that whole...
I thought Shane's kids were like 12.
They are. So
Well,
what's
again,
the point?
when you grew up around Vince McMahon, I'm sure you've heard and seen a lot more than most kids.
Especially within Shane. So, you know.
I mean, once they came out of the womb, he's like, kids, fake pregnancy storylines are funny. That's how you get over in this business.
Especially if it's
No,
incest.
no. So what happened is when Shane had the kids, Vince went up to him like, "This isn't a hand. What the fuck? Rebook this. Redo."
His kids look too much like him. We need drama.
Why aren't you an Irish midget?
Where's Hornswoggle?
Oh, he's AJ Styles right now at StarCast.
I thought I saw Randy Orton post that picture on Instagram.
I think he did. I think he tweeted that or something like that.
He was
It's
like,
just-
AJ Styles, a true traitor or something like that, and it's just Hornswoggle.
It's just so funny. All right, Money in the Bank recap. So, good. Let's go into it really quickly. The Usos defeated Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan.
Even though they're on Raw, so that means they're the SmackDown Tag Team Champions?
No, there wasn't for the titles, apparently.
No.
Oh, no,
titles.
it wasn't for title. Okay, so I don't know why that
Was there
mattered.
any other kickoff match?
That was it.
That was it, right? Okay. Bailey won the women's Money in the Bank briefcase.
Not mad about her winning. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't go with someone different like Ember Moon. Because I think that was the
Bayley's
original.
pretty different.
You know what?
They've been shafting Bailey a lot.
in spite of Sasha, not because of like actual like real storytelling.
I think though with Ember, she has more of a shot to get an actual title match than Bailey. You know,
I know. That's really saying something.
Yeah, so like Bailey kind of needed this more because you see Ember, you're like, she can just get a title match whenever. Bailey, it's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, totally you can get your own title match. Uh-huh.
Maybe the women's tag team title.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's
hasn't it been 3 years in a row now where a Money in the Bank winner has cashed in the same night?
No.
For woman, I think
Because when did Ambrose?
2016.
Okay. So
2017 was Baron. 2018 was Braun.
Right, so because Alexa cashed in the same night last year, and then you had Bailey this year.
Yeah. Fun fact, Bailey has beaten Charlotte for both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships.
And I love it so much that Charlotte beats Becky, so Jared and I get the point, and then Bailey cashes in. I'm like, this is great. I'm like, this is perfect. I love every minute of it.
I still got time. I got stomping.
So Jared and I are +3 right now in the standings. Jimmy is +2.
I'm +1.
And CJ's +1.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy was the only one of the four of us picked Shane McMahon. We laughed at the time.
So
we did laugh at that. Can you explain your logic? Because we tried giving you a good benefit of the doubt.
Because the gimmick proceeds to be that. If he didn't win at Mania, I would have a completely different pick on who would have won that match.
That was our reason for picking Miz, because he didn't win at Mania.
Yes, but that goes against Shane McMahon's gimmick of him being quote-unquote best in the world and him winning by chance. Because I can't even say it was schmaz. It was chance. The first one was kind of a BS like...
So it was exactly what we thought.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And that's the gimmick. And that's why it's good. I don't know how much more in story progressed to be that good, because if any indication on like Raw, it was pretty bad. But
not a lot of storytelling is very good right now.
No.
But on the plus side, the Miz's dad made an appearance in an indie show,
and not at Money in the Bank, which is where you thought you would have seen him.
This is when the Miz's dad cost Miz the match, and Dominic costed Ray the match, and they team up together.
Oh, like the father-son tag team
that you never knew you wanted.
So that's the mixed match. That's the mixed tag team match. Father and son versus father and son.
Yes, yeah. That's the new season. It's not different gendered wrestlers. It's wrestlers and non-wrestlers. That's what it is.
It's wrestlers and other wrestlers' fathers. So
no.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I would actually watch that on Facebook.
As long as we get Big E teaming up with Becky Lynch's mom.
Yeah, I'm with that. We'll have Bob Orton team with Shinsuke Nakamura. Ted DiBiase Sr. We'll bring DiBiase Jr. back just for this mixed match challenge. Put his father in there.
All right.
Shane McMahon's kid teaming up with Roman Reigns.
Monroe Sky.
Teaming up with Birdie Bryan.
You King Maxwell in there.
Oh my God! Yes.
Can't forget
the
about
new
Lord
Hardy
Wolfgang.
brothers versus Birdie and Monroe Sky. Yes. Is that child labor laws or something?
It is, but you know what? If it's entertainment, it's for entertainment.
Okay.
We will do it. Especially if they do it in Saudi Arabia, where that's totally fine.
AJ Styles and Seth Rollins had an incredible match at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that was a great match. I was kind of hoping... I don't know. I kind of figured that AJ had a decent shot of winning, too. But I don't know where he goes from here.
I think he's going to go into a feud. Well, I thought he was going to go into a feud with Baron Corbin, but it looks like Baron Corbin's going to face Seth Rollins next at Stopping Grounds. So I don't know what AJ does from here. You
know what's weird? It's like you can't imagine AJ Styles doing anything else but fighting for the championship and being a champion. You know what I mean? Is it just me, or does I feel like that it's weird for him not to hold a belt and constantly be in a championship feud?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
It's been a while since he's been in a non-title feud, I feel like.
Well, I mean, what, his WrestleMania match?
Randy Orton, yeah.
Yeah, but that kind of felt like it could have been a championship feud. Now it's just like, where does he go from here? It's like...
I would say Drew McIntyre, but neither one can really afford to lose that feud.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's just a weird situation, because it's like we're so used to AJ constantly in the title hunt for something. Maybe he could tag team with someone. I don't know.
If Zayn didn't just get destroyed by Braun Strowman, I would say Styles Zayn would be a really good feud.
If AJ turns heel, we can have him and Samoa Joe in the tag team division.
Oh, God.
I would like that.
I'm just waiting for Kevin Owens to come back to being face.
That'd be nice.
We lost Becky 2 belts.
We did lose Becky 2 belts.
So happy about it.
I feel like it had a longer shelf life, but I'm not upset at how it ended.
No, I'm not upset by that either, because I think with Bayley cashing in on Charlotte after
that
that
negated
match,
it.
Yeah, it did. So it was like, all right, kudos. Like, I'm a little happy about that.
But like the thing that kind of annoyed Jared and I was, so the Raw after Money in the Bank is the tag team match with her and Alexa doing nothing and Nikki Cross. But when Becky comes out, they still say the woman who made history at WrestleMania by winning both titles. She's not a dual champion anymore, and it's been over a month. Why are we still harping on this?
I just like the insult the Iconics tried to. He was like, you're not Becky 2 belt anymore. You're Becky 1 belt. And I'm just like, but Becky's still a champion.
And then Becky comes back and is like, how about this, that I come at you guys and I'll become Becky 3 belts. Which, I'm totally fine with that happening. If they're going to plan on putting the tag team belts while she's the Raw champion, I'm not mad about
Does
that.
Nicholas have a little sister?
We'll get to Nicholas.
Becky needs a partner.
Oh, God, yes, we will get to Nicholas.
We will get to Nicholas.
I know where you're getting from, so I'm
what else
about
happened? Oh, Kofi retained against Kevin.
That was a pretty solid match.
And then the big Money in the Bank match.
Disappointed.
Well,
absolutely disappointed.
Let me say, when I saw Sami Zayn hanging upside down in the locker room before the match, first of all, CJ and I like, well, we're fucked.
Yeah.
We lost this one, guys. But we had so many guesses on who it might be. We were like, maybe it's Bray. I was hoping it was Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt would have been a great substitute as well.
Yeah, that would have been a really cool one.
Because if Bray wins that briefcase, imagine him just stalking around arenas for the next year, just watching over the champions, like Sting in the old WCW days with the NWO. And
But
just sitting in the rafters.
But dressed like Mr. Rogers.
Well, he would have the Firefly Funhouse stuff with the Money in the Briefcase in shot, and then around the arena, he'd be whatever the fuck he is with that mask and everything.
It's the best thing
That
going
would be-
on in WWE right now.
I love it.
I love
That's
the
the only
Firefly
thing
Funhouse.
consistently I've watched.
Yeah.
Like on either Raw or even online, it's the only thing I've consistently watched because I love it so much.
He's just... this might save his career.
Yes, I
This
agree.
is going to
100%.
save his career. Yeah.
100%.
And I love the mask, too, because I'm not sure... You're a comic book fan, Jim. You
Yeah,
recognize the mask?
Yeah, it's like Joker from...
Death of the Family?
Yeah, from the newer ones. Yeah. And it
Yeah.
looks really good. So I'm...
Pretty much in that thing, Joker is constantly hunting down the Bat family. So, like, Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl and stuff. Alfred, he's hunting them all down and, like, torturing them.
And at one point, he, like, kind of, like... I don't know if it's, like, surgical staples or something, but he, like, pulls his face backwards and stuff like that. It looks just like Bray Wyatt's mask.
It was a creepy fucking mask, but...
It is a really creepy mask. And apparently there's like a well-known horror artist that worked on that mask too.
Good, because it looks
I think it's
really
the same guy that did, I don't know.
They've given Bray and Sammy so much like leash with their characters, and it's so refreshing.
Yeah, and that's the only thing, but it's only like 20 minutes worth of airtime on Raw, and there's
Yeah.
3 hours to fill.
Well, eventually
And-
he's gonna have to come out and do
And
something.
an hour of that stuff is going to be consistent
I'll-
of freaking...
I still want him to stalk the, I guess it's not Titan Towers anymore.
No.
I want him to hunt down Vince McMahon and just show up randomly.
Just have him be like the boogeyman. Just random times throughout the night, he just shows up in someone's like closet or like in the concession area or something,
I agree with that.
and
100%.
just start scaring the hell out of people.
I agree, because...
Have him sell merch. Have him sell merch, and then like as he turns around, he just like
Have him be in the maintenance department. I have to clean the bathroom, but you have to let me in.
But again, like those, Bray's and Sammy's gimmicks are like 20 minutes of Raw airtime. Everything else is filled with, honestly, just really bad writing.
I mean,
terrible story writing.
The wild card rule has just made an excuse.
wait.
For
We never
laziness
talked about
at this
who
point.
won Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh
we have
yeah,
to?
it was. Hold on, let me see if I can find the right one. Hold on, it was.
Suplex City, bitch.
Brock Lesnar. To be fair, all right. So first off, apparently the only person that knew the actual finish was Ali.
Well, I think he would have to know, hey, Ali, you're going to be this close to getting the briefcase, but then you're going to shit yourself because Brock Lesnar's music's going to hit.
And I'm disappointed because Ali would have been a good pick.
Any of the other 7 in that match would have been a better pick than Brock Lesnar.
All right. To be fair,
Even
play
Randy Orton.
Devil's advocate, it fits Brock's character to never show up with the briefcase.
Yeah, it does. So
He's just going to cash in for a match in Saudi in 2 weeks.
I know. That's what's upsetting me.
And both briefcases are going to be pissed away in 2 weeks. Now, Bayley was a great moment, but if you're going to have one person cash in the night of, then you got to have the other briefcase last a little while.
No, I understand. I agree 100%. I'm not agreeing with that part. I'd rather Brock stalk the champion like the best way possible. Like have Paul Heyman show up randomly, scare the shit out of someone at a house show, and then no one shows up. You know?
Yeah, I'd rather Paul Heyman hold on to the briefcase, and then you don't know if Brock is going to show up or not. That would be a good...
How's Brock going to stalk via satellite?
Exactly. I'm just saying, like, if Paul Heyman's around, we don't know if Brock Lesnar's in the building at all that night.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, that's the gimmick. That way, Brock's not on TV, but we get Paul Heyman, and, like, we get at least, like, the promo part of that, which is the only good thing about Brock Lesnar stuff.
Actually, there is one other great thing about Brock Lesnar right now, and that is him using the briefcase as a boombox.
That was fun.
That was
fun.
great.
The memes that have come out of that were so great. Favorite ones, anything that has Old Town Road in it. That was great. And then the only other one, which I still hold to be one of the best ones, was that one with Eddie Guerrero's theme playing into it, and then a quick cut shot to when Brock Lesnar was the old with the old WWE belt, wearing the sombrero back when they feuded. Back in like 2003 or something like that. That's like the only two really good ones that I found so far.
That was the only charisma Brock Lesnar's ever showed in a
If
segment.
he showed more of that, like, this is just awesome. Like, he's just having a blast at everyone's expense, and he's like, this is fun. This is what I need in my life.
I think it's
not a belt. It's
when Chris Jericho calls out your booking with his tweets. That's like, yeah, that's a bad sign.
Yes.
The guy who was an ultimate company man for like 10 years calls out your bullshit. That's bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that was Money in the Bank.
So let's talk about Kofi Kingston's apparent new challenger going into Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler, who apparently is still employed by the company. I thought he was gone.
I will say this: the promo was pretty good, though.
Isn't it the only reason he's facing him in Saudi is because Kevin Owens refuses to do the show?
That's what I've been hearing.
I probably. I would. It wouldn't be surprising if that was the case.
A lot of people are refusing it. Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan. Aleister Black is actually being refused to be seen because of all of his tattoos having possible religious connotations.
Which makes perfect sense.
Sami Zayn's not going to show.
Sami Zayn has reasons too, with the whole,
Yeah, Syrian.
Well, yeah, because he's Syrian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
women.
that's not really
Women in general.
That's not a request by them.
Women
though.
in general. You know.
Then again, if I'm like with the women's division, I'm like, yeah, you guys go take an 18-hour flight and then come back. You guys have fun trying to work that next house show.
What's the show called again? Super
Showdown.
It's the same one as Australia.
Yeah. So I guess they're not going back to Melbourne. If they do, they're going to call it Crown Jewel.
They were going to originally call it Sands of Time.
Yeah, but
I feel like that's a little too hitting it over the head, don't you think?
I think
the fact that it was like a title of Prince of Persia movie, like
In a video
I
game.
was thinking like Aladdin.
WWE The Sandbox. The promo was really good.
Arabian Nights. That would have been
nice.
That would have been a better
But they
name,
can't have Arabia in the name because they don't want to acknowledge that it's in Saudi Arabia.
Why not the Saudi Showdown? Oh,
again.
Jeddah, something with Jeddah.
Because people aren't smart enough to figure, that's in Saudi Arabia.
Right, yeah.
That's it.
Well, they didn't start saying Jeddah until, like, Money in the Bank. They didn't say it the whole time. They didn't even acknowledge Super Showdown was a thing. Like, oh, yeah, if we want people to watch on the network, we're going to have to plug this thing a little bit. We can't just, like, go through the next 8 years of this Saudi deal and be like, guys, don't worry about it. All the people are just taking a vacation to Saudi Arabia, and there might be a few matches. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. There's not going to be any more problems with Saudi Arabia.
It is Saudi Arabia, but it's not Saudi Arabia. It's okay.
There's no more problems. Don't need to look. We're good.
Don't worry about that event happening in Vegas. Just look Saudi Arabia. See?
I can't wait.
Another place with sand. There you go. There we go.
It's Caesar's Palace, Saudi Arabia. Really, what's the difference?
Look, there's another building that looks like the Taj Mahal. Like it's right there. It's right there. There we go.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. You don't need to look.
I'm sure there's some game you can use to gamble over there. Can you Brock's gonna make the flight?
Yes, of course, because there's going to be a huge payday. But he's made every single Saudi Arabia show that they've done.
He's undefeated at Saudi Arabia shows.
Exactly.
He's gonna be the new Undertaker in Saudi Arabia, but no one's gonna know about it.
So wait, does this mean he's beating Seth?
Yes, probably.
No,
probably.
God, no.
Or, and this one would probably be maybe worse. But if Seth is facing what is it?
Baron?
Yes, because I completely forgot his name. Faces Baron. Baron wins, and then Brock Lesnar cashes in on Baron Corbin.
Oh God. I would
You know
actually,
how fucked up that's gonna be back stateside.
But if Baron Corbin wins that match and then Brock cashes in, I'll be happy. I'll be good, Brock. Just destroy him, squash him, do whatever you have to do. I don't care how many German suplexes it takes, just do it.
That's really bad if Joe hates someone more than Brock.
I'll be fine. If Baron Corbin beats Seth Rollins, I'll be like, come on, next big thing.
Wait.
Saudi suplex, let's go.
I have a better idea. What if Kofi drops the belt to Roman Reigns and then Brock cashes in?
There's gonna be some smoke coming. There's gonna be some things.
And then because of the wild card rule, he's gonna show up on both Raw and SmackDown. So go.
No,
for it.
he's not going to show up on either Raw or SmackDown. His own wild card rule.
Right, Brock Lesnar will require him showing up on TV every week. Hey, Brock, you can appear on both brands. I didn't appear on one brand before. Like, why am I going to do two?
I'm going to go back to my boombox.
I'm going to go back to UFC. You're retired, and you're going to get your ass beat. So come back here, come collect the money.
So, yeah, Dolph's losing to Kofi. Because that was the original thing of this whole...
Yeah, that's not. The Kofi's still winning. There's
It'll
no
probably
way.
be a very good match. Like, they've had good matches together in the past.
I'll be shocked if Kofi wins.
What?
If Kofi loses.
I was going to say, I'm like,
if Kofi loses,
what?
I'll be shocked.
I'll be like, are you
Bet?
making a pick, Jimmy?
No.
5 points in the pool if Dolph Ziggler
I'll be
wins?
shocked if Kofi loses. It wouldn't go past me because I have a feeling that Saudi Arabia, whatever, they have more of what to say with how everything.
Well, they were this close to getting Yokozuna and Ultimate Warrior back for the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Exactly.
The negotiations fell
Wait,
apart at the
aren't
last
they
minute.
bringing that shit back? The Greatest Royal Rumble?
I think it's a 50-man battle royal, not a
It's not a
royal.
Royal
It's literally the same thing.
Yeah, but I
How
think
you got
everyone's
space
already
for
in
50 people in the ring.
it. I think it's
And let them
everyone's
do
already.
everything.
They're
in
all
there.
midgets.
Like, they're all going to just go, like just push outward, and, 6 people are going to have to get eliminated before the match even starts.
It's going to be like a Royal Rumble. That's how it's going to have to be.
I don't know.
Or
You can't fit 50 people in the ring, especially those 50 people. Like, one of them's Braun Strowman, one of them's Big Show.
Lars
bring all these
Sullivan.
big
Fake
people.
Yokozuna's
Yeah,
coming
fake
back.
Yokozuna,
did
right?
you guys hear Braun Strowman's interview saying he wants to retire Undertaker like he retired the Big Show?
Big Show's never. Big Show. He didn't retire Big Show though. Big Show came back.
We all
No,
thought
he
he
didn't.
did. No, we all thought his
No, he came
official
back for
in
that
ring.
run with the bar.
Yeah, but he never
Yeah, but that was
wrestled,
just like a one-time. That was like a one-off kind of thing, though.
which I still don't understand. Like,
That
Didn't
made
make
no
sense. I think because he was bald, Cesaro was bald, Sheamus had a beard, he had a beard. I don't know.
They're like, we have no one else to put into the storyline with the bar. And Big
So
Show's-
you're back here. Get your boots and tights on. Let's go.
He's like, wait a minute, I don't even pack my singlet anymore. That's a carry-on in its own. But yeah, Dolph, I mean, like I said, it's probably going to be a good match.
Dolph's gonna be a-
good on him being a good promo, but he's going to lose this
Wait,
match.
we're
and be
forgetting
gone.
we're forgetting the main match of Saudi Arabia. It's
Randy
Undertaker.
Orton versus Triple H.
For the 750,000th time. And then after that, it's going to be John Cena versus Randy
The
Orton in
Demon
next
versus
show.
Andrade.
Yeah, well, I don't know why the Demon's coming out. Good job, Andrade. I thought maybe you had a shot in hell of winning, but now not so much.
And then Undertaker versus Goldberg.
This is going to be a weird show.
It's good. It's another weird one. It's just I don't know.
And Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley.
Oh, so he's not going to be in the Rumble.
I mean, he might still be in the Rumble.
They need people.
I mean, who
How you
knows?
gonna find 50 people without doubling up the people that are already on the card?
I mean, again, they find fake Yokozuna. They find a fake Ultimate Warrior. They find a whole bunch of fake people.
They
Well,
get Chavo Guerrero in and have him come out to Eddie's music.
oh my god.
And the sad part is that he probably would do that.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna find a fake Rock. His name's gonna be Shane the Rock Johnson. And he's just gonna come out like, oh my god. Gilbert is gonna show up.
Oh, I would love an interaction between Gilbert and Goldberg.
Need a crossover.
Yes.
All right.
All right, can we talk about something better? Like,
Let's-
Is there any other Raw SmackDown stuff that we need to talk about? Or can
yes,
we go to
the 24/7 rule.
yeah, that was the
The
thing.
24/7 championship, yeah.
Okay, so there's 3 things I want to talk about for this.
It looks like a fucking watch.
Yeah, the look of it.
All right, ugly belt, I agree.
It's an ugly belt.
The name is terrible.
They can't say hardcore on a PG show.
Apparently not, because that's like it's the hardcore title, but it's not the hardcore title.
Yeah, and it also, I guess they're trying to re-emulate this indie promotion one. It's called the
DDT, right?
yeah DD yeah it's the DDT heavy metal weight belt.
I thought it was the Iron Man.
Iron Man heavy metal belt. That's what it is. My
Yeah.
apologies. And it's basically the same thing. And there's been over like 2,000 champions for that belt, by the way, just to let everyone know.
Well, there's only, surprisingly, R-Truth held that belt for like 6 days now, so good on him.
And
Carmel's gonna take it off of him.
God, I hope that's the case.
It's got to be
'cause-
that car, like my Molly and the Hurricane was just bashed in the back of the head with a damn frying pan and won the belt. Carmelo's gonna like hairspray R-Truth and beat him.
And then he's like, "Why'd you take my belt? You were vulnerable." And then they're like still like together, and he's like, "Can I get my belt back?" No.
Am I the only one that popped really hard with Mick Foley? He was like, "You have to be champion 24 hours a day, 7 days a week." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, I was so excited.
And then he's like, "Yeah, it's the 24/7 title." Wink, wink. It's the hardcore title, Mick. We all know it is, but
Poor Mick.
I know. I'm really upset that Mick Foley had to come out to that. We all thought. I mean, who honestly thought it was the hardcore belt?
I had
I had a feeling it was the
raising
hardcore
my
belt.
hand.
I'm like, what other belt could it be for Mick Foley?
I was like, triple belts? And be like, no, there's only one belt there.
I'm like, the only other belt that they could have conceivably introduced was like the WWE Television Championship.
That would have been cool too. I would have liked that. So
Yeah, ugly belt, awful name, but I love the concept.
there's another person that could take the belt off of R-Truth. So if R-Truth
Will
decides
Jimmy?
to hide in a school,
Nicholas.
Nicholas shows up with his dad.
I really wish Jared was here to have a reaction to that because.
I think little Jimmy's gonna win the championship of R-Truth.
Oh my God,
Wait,
yes.
So this goes back to the heavy metalweight. You want to hear some of these championship winners for this belt? Hold on.
Sure. Is it gas?
A ladder.
A ladder?
A ladder. A baseball bat.
What?
Hold on. There's a couple really good ones. I have to go really far down. Pro Wrestling Wave poster.
Oh, can we have like Vince McMahon's like cardboard cutout win the belt?
So
A big Japan Pro Wrestling ring truck.
Oh my God.
A desk at Shikanabe First Ring. That must be like a hall or something like that. A Bud Light Sora. A desk. A dish. A grain of rice. By the way,
A singular grain of rice.
Mitsubishi Curry. Mitsubishi Curry. Mitsuboshi Curry.
Mitsubishi?
Mitsubishi Curry. And there's a whole bunch of other wrestlers. By the way, there was 5 different champions in one night.
sounds
for
like
that.
a hardcore title.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's better when the Wikipedia page for this title has notable champions and the subheadings are animals, inanimate objects, non-existent, and collective champions.
Well, a whole bunch of them were other wrestlers. So like guys like Tiger Mask, Cherry, and Joey Ryan have won it. The Young Bucks won it at the same time. Hold on. There's a couple of really good ones.
3 elementary school girls all won at the same time.
The inflatable doll that Kenny Omega had a match in.
Oh, Bailey's wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men.
A can of beer.
Well, what's gonna happen
can of
is
beer.
you're gonna see R-Truth like laying down in the back sleeping, and you just see a referee up and go 1, 2, 3, and then he's gonna raise little Jimmy's hand in the championship.
And it's gonna drop.
But
He
like,
vacates the belt.
like I said, I hate the look of the belt. The name's terrible, but I love the concept.
I love the
Concept's gonna be good.
Which I think was self-evident at Raw, because when Bobby Roode had it, and then R-Truth was like, you know,
Get in the trunk!
get in the trunk, and then like divert everyone, and then was like, okay, get in like the sidecar, we'll start everywhere, and then a referee pops out, and then he knocks him out. Like that part was good. I actually enjoyed that part.
There could be some really good comedy if they work with his belt correctly, and he
Yeah.
gets all like those like low carb people that never do anything. Titus O'Neil was the first.
I
champion
think
to
someone
me.
suggested
Titus
that
O'Neil was the first champion.
that if
That's
no way Jose gets the belt, someone from his Congo line should beat him for it.
I think every person consecutively should beat the following person in the Congo line. Up until the last person, and then like something stupid like
I know someone said
like I don't know, like Otis or something. It's like at the end of it, and it's like stakes and weights, and then
and then Adam Rose comes back with his party train.
that's what I want to see. I want to see a 20-man elimination tag bout between Adam Rose and the Party Express versus No Way Jose in the Congo line.
I want 20 people to exchange that belt in the same exact night. That's what
Wasn't
I
that
want.
WrestleMania 17?
Oh, that hardcore
Or
battle
16.
royal. 17, yeah.
No,
16.
so it's like a
16.
new champion every 3 minutes is a new champion of that belt, and it's just consistent.
They actually did that at WrestleMania, and then
Oh.
Crash Holly ended up getting the belt back.
Oh, speaking of Crash Holly,
we're
we're all anticipating the return of Crash Holly.
He's dead.
Oh, was it Crash?
Oh my god!
Oh,
It's hardcore. You mean hardcore?
hardcore, yeah.
Oh
I don't know. It's one of the Hollies. There's
I'm
so
waiting
many.
for Crash Holly to come back.
I think give a better chance to Jake Roberts coming into the Royal Rumble.
No, I want
Yeah.
Molly Holly to come back and take the belt.
I want the Hurricane to come back and take the damn belt.
I thought he's part of Impact. He can't like.
Shh.
Got it.
Shane Helms is part of Impact, but the Hurricane is his own.
What if
entity.
Edge comes back and takes the belt?
Oh God. I just want to know how they're gonna work out the whole defending an NXT UK thing. Oh, R-Truth just happened to be in Blackpool, and Walter beat him for the title. I don't know how they're gonna pull that off.
I'd say Pete Dunne shows up out of nowhere, takes the 24/7 belt, and runs.
Well, they have a European tour, so on the European
It's gonna
tour,
have to be.
And
Yeah, it can be defended on NXT UK. How, Mick? When is anyone in the WWE main roster in the UK?
Alexander Wolf.
Yeah, all right, give it, or Killian Dane.
Killian Dane went back to NXT, actually.
Yeah, but NXT UK is gonna have more crossover with regular
Oh.
NXT.
I've been meaning to ask you this, Joe. How do you feel about Cedric Alexander not showing up on Raw since he debuted?
Well, actually, he was on Raw.
He was on Raw.
He was on Raw.
Once.
Well, he was
For
there
the
for the
24/7
belt.
title.
Oh, how does
there.
it feel that Cedric Alexander's fighting for the 24/7 title?
Sorry, Cedric. You had such a good run as Cruiserweight champion, and now they have no idea what to do with that belt. They might as well just kept it on you instead of having Nice beat you.
No, Buddy Murphy beat Alexander.
It shows you how much I watch 205.
Buddy Murphy hasn't shown up on SmackDown either. So, that's upsetting.
And Eric Young has barely showed up on Raw. Hey, Jared, how's it feel to know Eric Young is competing for the 24/7 championship?
No, not even. He's not even competing for it.
No, didn't he show up like the initial? He was in the initial scramble.
Ah.
I know it's hard to.
Poor Jared.
It's hard, EC3 was in the initial scramble.
He almost got it.
You really did almost get. How
He
does
lost
no
the title. I think he was the one that lost it to
I
Titus.
thought it was Drake. Drake Maverick lost it to Titus.
Oh yeah.
How does someone not just like flop down on top of that belt? There was like 4 people in the ring at once. Give me one of them couldn't have just fell on it.
How come Braun Strowman didn't come out to try and get the belt?
I think because he's beneath the belt. He's above
I don't
the
get
belt.
that.
The
I'm
belt
like,
is
it's a
beneath
free
him.
championship. I would totally take it.
Yeah, but the problem is if Braun Strowman wins that belt, no one in that position is good enough to beat him.
I know, but that's where all the comedy comes in.
It's like if Braun Strowman's been the 24/7 champion for 3 years running.
I would love to see those comedy bits with like the B team sneaking up on Braun while he's in catering or something like that.
I mean, it's kind of what they did with the belt that I was just talking about before. Like the Young Bucks took it off of a guy who took it off of Delirious sleeping on a couch at a DDT show or something like that, and then the Bucks super kicked him and then pinned him at the same time.
But like, what if Braun Strowman's sleeping on a plane and you just see Drake Maverick come out and just pin him?
All you do is the Shane McMahon. You barely put whatever body part over the person and have a ref just count quietly, not to awake the sleeping giant that is Braun Strowman.
We need Briscoe and Patterson to come back.
That would be great.
The 24/7 evening gown match. Let's bring it back.
Oh man.
How many other legends would you want to bring back for that?
Hardcore Holly for sure. Rob Van Dam, but he's an Impact.
Uh,
Sabu. Have Sabu fly out of the rafters one time, just give someone an Arabian facebuster and take the belt.
I'd like to see Tommy Dreamer come back out of the
I
blue.
love Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer would be great.
Remember that random one-off return he had with the Dudleys to face the Wyatt family? But they
Yeah.
didn't use his actual theme, so everyone's just like, who is... Oh, it's Tommy Dreamer. Hey, Tommy.
I know.
And Rhino's just leaving now when, the Hardcore Championship is basically back. How about Raven? Let's get Raven in here.
Kevin Nash.
Let's get Raven in here as the mastermind behind the Firefly Funhouse.
I would like that. I would like that a lot.
It's like the man in the mask wasn't Bray Wyatt. It's Raven. Raven's flock is back.
Stevie Richards.
Dr. Stevie. Get Daphne.
Steven Richards.
Victoria.
Ivory should come out and win the belt.
We need the Godfather's hoe.
Yes! Yes! Can they even say that on TV anymore?
I think he said it when he got inducted. into Hall of
He
Fame.
says hoe train every time he comes out, so I think it's fine.
Fair enough.
I
Get
don't
up-
know if
get
there
up
would be
on the-
actual hose coming in right behind him, but I mean,
Get up on the
the
equally treated women train instead of the nice proper young lady train.
or he's about to say hoe train, and then David Otunga comes out to be like, wait, legally you can't say that anymore.
The good
Do
father.
you want a hoe? I can get you a hoe. Isn't he an actual, like, brothel owner or something like that now?
He might be running. I think he might be running a strip club.
Right? Yeah, he's running something. I think it's called, like, the Cheetah Club or something like that.
The good father should have had his own train, but instead of hose, it's like women in like business attire.
No, it should have actually been, like, hoes.
Get up on the boss train. Bow! And it's like all women in like just like normal business attire.
It should have actually been hose, like garden hose. And he just takes them, it's like, hoe train! And you just see a bunch of garden hose, like,
A garden hose could win the belt. Guys,
glad we're back on that page.
So
A whole bunch of inanimate objects. By the way, for the DDT belt, Vince McMahon's Hollywood Walk of Fame star won that belt.
Two individual wrestlers have won that belt. Not one, but two.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
But I guess the other question that I have from on Smackdown are how long can we push the Alexa Bliss wrestling but not wrestling thing until people realize that she's actually probably retired?
I don't think for much longer.
Because she has another concussion.
The thing is, she was always stronger as a character anyways than a wrestler.
I mean, she could still be a manager.
That's what I'm
But, like, they
leaning
keep,
towards.
like, putting the carrot in. They did it with the Fatal 4-Way last week, the Money in the Bank ladder match, now this week with the 6-woman tag. They keep kind of, like, try to keep an excuse to, like, have her almost wrestle, but, like, get pulled out at the last minute or just not do anything.
I don't know.
At least they didn't lose her luggage this time. At least she got her ring gear
Yeah, she was wearing it.
while she was drinking her coffee.
Fair enough. All right, what else we got on this list?
Hold on. Sorry, I exit out of that for a second.
I think it's the majority.
I guess. I mean, we can talk about the last two things.
Also,
well,
Undertaker was
also
pulled from StarCast.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
So we can.
We haven't talked about it because we haven't been doing
Yeah,
much stuff.
Undertaker was pulled out of StarCast, and same with Kurt Angle. They were both supposed to appear for StarCast, but because AEW was closely associated with it, even though they were completely separate events, Vince pulled them, and Conrad Thompson had to get replacements. Oh, by the way, Jim, Conrad Thompson's Ric Flair's son-in-law.
Yeah, I know.
How long have you known this?
Since the report came out that said Conrad Thompson is Ric Flair's son-in-law.
Oh, okay, so we were all on the same page.
Yeah,
with that.
exactly.
Also, Ric Flair posted a status update that he is now home and recovering.
Yeah.
Cheating death still.
He should still
Cheating
be
death.
ready for. He's supposed to do StarCast. They said that's why he's getting the surgery now because he should be ready for still showing.
Oh yeah, his comedy roast.
Which is what today, or is it today Saturday, or was it yesterday Friday?
I think it might be tomorrow Sunday. Give him as much time as possible.
Okay.
Um,
Just to give everyone.
would it be too soon to mention his hospitalizations for the roast?
Probably.
But it's a
Probably,
roast.
but at the same time, it's also Ric Flair. I think he'd be okay with it.
And it's a roast.
Ric Flair has pretty. Thick
I think it
skin.
depends
Just
on
don't mention
who's
his
roasting
kid.
him and
No,
how far would they go.
My only thought would be, so what wife is death? You've cheated her how many times?
I would pay any kind of money and just have Ric Flair just sit up on a one-man show and just like tell stories and jokes for an hour and a half.
I'd rather see people try and roast Ric Flair.
Dude, that's easy though. It's like kicking a dead horse.
Well,
He's
there's
not
people
dead
that
yet.
roast Ric Flair, and then at the end of the night, Ric Flair roasts the people that roast him. So
Yeah.
there's both best of both worlds.
Can we
on
just
that
get
one.
enough people from the plane ride from hell to just like roast him on that night?
Yes, I would like that.
No one has ever asked Brock Lesnar what happened that night. Like the one person they don't ask is Brock Lesnar because like he'll fight me just like he fought Mr.
Well,
Perfect.
Brock Lesnar doesn't do interviews at all and stuff. He's very quiet.
The last time I remember him doing was I remember he did the Stone Cold podcast.
Yeah, but that was probably contractually obligated.
Yeah, that was like
Well, because he
3 or 4 years
he
ago.
hates being in public, even when he was
Yeah.
in the UFC.
Yeah, because I think he did like a press thing for UFC one time, and he was like,
This sucks.
yeah, he wasn't even paying attention. I think he was eating something while doing the press interview.
He did that ESPN interview. I think that was when he re-signed. with
Oh yeah,
WWE.
WrestleMania 31.
Yeah, right when he announced that new extension.
Yeah.
Because everyone thought he was going back to UFC, and he decided to resign anyway. That seems to be a really recurring theme lately with him. All right, he's going back to UFC. He resigned a new 2-year contract.
Well,
Son of a
Dana
bitch.
White said he's fully retired now.
Well,
Brock
yeah, he's
Lesnar.
what 41 now.
I guess.
I mean, I think the only time to give him a fight is probably Bellator.
He doesn't look 41.
He's starting to look like it a little bit.
Maybe his face, but his body still
that
screams.
beast hairline starting to recede a little bit.
He didn't have much hair to begin with.
Rogaine City, bitch.
Do you guys want to talk about the last two things before we get into Double or Nothing? Which is remembering Owen Hart and Vince McMahon Sr.
I don't remember much from him. I'm going to be completely honest.
Ouch, that's really sad. I mean, you say "fuck Martha" all the time for.
Oh,
the stuff.
yeah.
I'm not going to mention the whole, he should be in the Hall of Fame by now because I know CJ's going to go off on a tangent.
On how? Oh, blame Martha.
On Owen Hart not being
I
in the
blame
Hall of
Martha.
I blame Martha.
I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me, Joe.
Fame. Why do we have to...
Look, Owen Hart was great. I loved him in the Hart Foundation. I loved him as a heel against Bret Hart. I loved him in the Nation of Domination because he was very underrated with all of that.
He has at least one 5-star match to his name.
Yes.
With Bret at
Was that WrestleMania 10 or SummerSlam?
I think it was SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam.
It was this. I thought it was either the steel cage match or the opener. But I think that's the only 5-star match Bret has as well. But either way, to be able to share a 5-star match with your brother is amazing. Owen Hart should have been world champion. Owen Hart should be in the Hall of Fame.
Owen Hart should
You
be in the next
stupid
video
bitch.
game. Owen Hart should be in the next video game.
And then it's been
Owen Hart should be
35
mentioned on television.
And then it's been 35 years since Vince Sr. died.
Oh, well, that's like near double my age, so good on you.
It's amazing.
You gave it to this son of the bitch. This is all your fault, Vince.
Speaking of this son of a bitch.
And actually, CJ, it was SummerSlam, and that's not the only 5-star match Bret has.
Really? What's the other 5-star match he has?
Stone Cold, WrestleMania 13.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one.
I never could get into that match.
I like that match a lot.
I couldn't
like
get
that
it.
one.
I thought it was very slow at the beginning, so it was hard for me to get into it.
Well, that was like the whole point of the whole process of the double turn.
Yeah. I'll try and give it another shot, but
But it's amazing to think how much the business has changed since Vince Sr. was around.
When Vince Sr. literally advised McMahon. All right, Daddy Vince advised son Vince to
McMahon.
that territories are necessary. And look
what does he do? He blows them all up.
As soon as he takes over, he's like, I'm buying you out, I'm buying you out. Here, Georgia Championship Wrestling, come here, buying you out, buying you out.
Okay, now I got to sell you off so I can have money for WrestleMania, and then I'll buy you out later.
Yeah, and then, WCW, your ratings are shit. You guys aren't coming back. Come here, it's okay. ECW, come on over. It's okay. You guys can come in too. I'll buy you out too. It's okay.
TNA? Nah, I don't want you now.
I'll take your
I
tape
don't want
library. You want to give me the tape library? No, all right, that's fine.
All right. And that kind of leads into the last other thing before we talk about Double or Nothing.
What's the last other thing?
The Triple H and Vince
Oh,
that's
yeah.
going around.
Triple H is yelling at him for not listening to Daddy Vince.
Oh, and happy birthday, Roman Reigns. Okay, so.
Oh, yeah, you're living.
So, yeah, because of the really shitty storytelling that's going on WWE television and
Which one? There's so many.
all of them.
I feel like it's half storytelling and half just the pure misuse of talent. Especially talent that Triple H himself has vouched for and helped create. Like EC3, like Nikki Cross, Asuka, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Pretty much any of the NXT call-ups.
Except Finn Balor. Finn Balor's and Samoa Joe. Those are the only two ones that have been
Seth.
relatively handled well. Yeah, but that's
Handled well.
Yeah, but Seth was like
Becky. Charlotte. Bailey.
God, Charlotte.
Sasha.
Alexa.
Iconics. Lacey. Lacey actually. Yeah.
But Lacey's been okay. Lacey impressed.
Been better,
Lacey's
and I'm
match
glad.
with Becky at Money in the Bank.
Heavy
was better than
Machinery.
expected. Hey, we knew what they were coming in.
Ascension.
Tyler Breeze.
That
had to go
might be
back
the
to
saddest
NXT.
one is Ascension. My God.
The Vaudevillains was pretty sad.
The Revival.
Aiden English went
Also
from
sad.
dominant tag team in NXT to commentator on 205 Live.
Ricochet.
Hey, he's all right.
I mean, he just lost recently on Raw.
Well, he was injured, and it was to Cesaro, and Cesaro needs a mini push every now and again.
What's the other one?
He's done pretty well for himself.
Aleister Black.
He once he debuts, right, he'll be fine.
Bray Wyatt.
Which part of Bray Wyatt? Because it was
2013 to 2019.
the most stop and start character.
Luke Harper. Why is the most successful person out of the Wyatt family Eric Rowan?
Oh, good. Well, it's Braun Strowman actually.
Technically.
It's probably Braun Strowman.
It's Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan has 2 tag titles to his name.
Braun Strowman is the one and only Saudi Arabia heavyweight champion.
The belt that's probably sitting in the warehouse now.
Braun Strowman had to win his
And
first championship on the main roster with a 10-year-old.
You make that sound like it's a bad thing. It's still a good thing.
According to Jared.
Well, Jared's not here, so he doesn't get the right to say
Bray
anything
Wyatt
bad
had to
about
win
it.
his first main championship with Bugs in the ring.
No, he won the
He lost that.
SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Heath Slater and Rhino with Randy Orton.
Okay, you needed Randy Orton to help you get a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially,
And then,
because that's what happened.
and then you need him to burn your house down to get the other championship.
No, he got that before he
He
burned
got
the
that
house
before.
down.
He lost the belt to Randy for that one, I think.
Yeah, but when was the... Wait,
He won Elimination Chamber.
Oh, yeah, Orton turned on him after Elimination Chamber. But yeah, congratulations, Bray.
Wow, the most successful person is still Eric Rowan.
Hey, but Bray is running his own funhouse. Bray is handling...
Bray is restarting his career again.
Bray
we're supporting that.
Bray is supporting two personalities better than most people support one.
Eric Rowan.
But yeah, that just leads to Triple H not liking what Vince is doing.
I wouldn't either.
And he's treated Luke Harper like absolute shit. He's treated a lot of people. He's treated Sasha like dog shit.
Well, yeah, especially with all
Asuka.
Yeah, Asuka. That was another one.
He's gonna mess up Kairi Sane. It's only a matter of time. Paige was okay. That was kind of her own medical issues that stopped her from being a star.
Andrade.
And the sex tape.
This is fine. That was fine.
That was
tasteful.
Good. I liked it.
We're
it's
not
definitely also
that.
Vince's thing because I think, what was it? The 3-person group that they started out with, it was her, Charlotte, and Becky. It was the submission sorority or something like that, and that turned out to be
like everyone's like, Vince, you might want to type that into Google and turn safe search.
You know what's really upsetting is that people actually looked that up and then
yeah, I know
that they knew what it was beforehand.
But wait a minute, I know that. I saw that last night. I'm watching it right now. Vince, the hell are you doing?
I know, isn't it great?
We're calling Team PCB.
Sounds like a drug.
It does sound like a drug.
Who else is mishandled? Actually, Carmella did pretty well.
Brodus Clay was mishandled, I think.
Brodus Clay. I loved that return. Just how meta it was.
Enzo and Big Cass.
No, that had more to do with them. That had more to do with them than
they were never employed.
Hideo and Tommy.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
bad. 100%.
Buddy Murphy.
No.
Well, no, they haven't done it. Well, yeah,
not yet.
He had to go to 205 Live.
We got to see what happens.
And it's going to be Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa on that list if Ciampa ever comes back.
Ciampa's doing pretty well. What about Nia Jax? Was she mishandled, or did she mishandle everybody else?
Well,
that's a mixed bag. I don't think anyone mishandled her.
Out, so.
Oh, the Riot Squad.
Ew. Well, Ruby Wyatt's going to be out for a while.
Viking Raiders.
Yeah. They haven't messed them up yet.
Besides the names, 3 dozen times.
It was only 2 times on the main roster.
The Viking Experience.
The Viking Raiders.
No,
they never went to Warriors.
Yeah, they almost went to Viking Warriors.
They're about to do Warriors.
No, I think they're sticking with this one.
Yeah, Ruby Riot's gonna be out for a long time. She's having surgery on both of her shoulders.
I think Sarah Logan should join the Viking Experience. She already gets it every night. Aha.
Oh my god.
All right.
I think Sonya Deville needs to turn on Mandy Rose yesterday.
All right. Let's take. You guys want to take a quick break and then we'll talk about Double or Nothing?
Wait, what about the Corey Graves call up?
I don't think he ever got called up. I think he got injured and then moved to.
No, he was on NXT for a while, and then he got called up to the main roster.
Adrian Neville.
You mean Neville? Rusev.
You mean Alexander Rusev?
Yes, Rusev. My God, yes.
You mean Alexander Rusev?
Machka.
Machka something.
Okay, we're gonna.
Whatever happened to him?
He was just. He just had a match recently.
Wow, you know what? He's not even fighting for the 24/7 championship. Sanity, we forgot about them. Look how mishandled they were too. Wow, good job, Vince.
All right.
Fucked up everything.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break and get the Double or Nothing.
Fuck you, Martha.
TNA heavyweight title and sacrifice between you, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe. Now, before you get there, you have an important step tonight as you and X Division champion Petey Williams take on the unlikely duo of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the 3-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even going to try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning if we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 2/3%. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice. See, but I'm gonna break it down for all you ladies. Would you rather be with me, or would you rather be with Joe?
Well, I think Joe's kind of nice. I mean,
See, you're one of those girls that like romance. I'm gonna talk to all my freaks out there. Would you rather come home to me, a genetic freak, to be satisfied every night, or go home to that fat-ass Samoa Joe? See, tonight, we're gonna win, and I'm gonna be the world champion at Sacrifice. Come on, Petey, let's go.
Scotty, just like you always say, Big Papa Pump has got your hookup. Well, Maple Leaf Muscle is who you need to look up. Holler if you hear that.
What the actual hell? We never listened to it to the end. Petey actually can speak?
Yeah, PD speaks.
Maple Leaf Muscle.
Oh my god.
Okay, the last time Rusev was on SmackDown was in April. When
What month are we in?
He teamed with Shinsuke and Cesaro against the New Day with Big O.
Oh, okay. Alright, whatever.
So yeah, all right, that was April 16th. So it's been a little over a month since Rusev was on TV.
Yeah, that was like an off the mic discussion that we had.
His last 9 matches have all been at live events. That's not a good sign.
No, it's not.
He's going for the 10-peat.
Good for him. And he's lost all of them.
And his last matches were a loss to Matt Hardy and a tag team loss with Shinsuke to Matt Hardy and Apollo Crews.
I thought you were about to say a poll, and I would have believed that.
Wonderful!
Anyway. So, today, Saturday, May 25th. Double or Nothing.
I thought it was tomorrow, and because I said to Jared, I'm like, I can't watch Double or Nothing tomorrow on Sunday because I have to go out, and he's like, it's Saturday. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so it is tonight. Very excited for. It's streaming on Bleacher Reports, streaming on Fight TV, and everything like that. So what the confirmed matches we have is the Casino Battle Royal. We have the Sammy Guevara versus Chris Sabian, something like that.
Sabin?
No, not Chris Sabin. Some British dude.
It was Chris Sabin.
And then it's like a 6-woman Japanese women's tag match with Aja Kong in there and other people. These are the ones with very little build-up. But then you have SoCal Uncensored with Scorpio Sky, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian versus Strong Hearts with Shima. We also have the triple threat women's match, Dr. Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose versus Kaylee Ray. We have the Best Friends versus Angelico and Jack Evans. We did have Hangman Page on there versus Pac, but that has been scrapped. We have Cody versus Dustin, AAA World Tag Team Championships, Young Bucks versus Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, the Lucha Brothers. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, Lucha Brothers.
Yeah, I know. I know I'm missing one before the main event. Before the main event. I know I'm missing one. Hold on.
And it's Kip
Nice
Sabian.
Kip Sabian, that motherfucker.
I think you nailed everything, CJ.
Did you say Cody and Dustin?
I did say Cody and Dustin. I was going to save Kenny versus Chris last.
I think that's it.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, everything.
The card
3,
looks...
6, 9 matches.
9 matches.
Probably going to be about a 2-hour pay-per-view, roughly?
I would say so. I'm very excited for this. Now, Joe, this is... So they've revealed how the AEW World Championship is going to be crowned. So it's the winner of the Casino Battle Royal takes on the winner of Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega.
I can go with that.
Right? This is going to be an insane night for wrestling. They have to knock it out of the park.
So just based on the card size, in comparison to the first one, All In, there was 11 matches on All In. There's 9 on Double or Nothing.
Right,
There was
supposed to be
originally 10, though.
So.
Yeah.
So essentially, there's going to be more time to space everything evenly out. So this is probably better.
This is like the biggest single night in wrestling history since like the actual good revival of ECW. Like,
I agree.
Like One Night Stand 2005 when we had a legit ECW revival. Like there was, I can't really think the last time we've had, because this is the type of night where you look back and go, this all fell apart and blew up in smoke for X, Y, and Z, or this is where, everything exploded. And they're already acknowledging them as competition in WWE circles.
Finally, took them long enough.
So, I mean, but the TNT deal was huge for them to get, and it's kind of ironic that Turner Broadcasting
Even
had WCW and other broadcasting.
a lot of casual fans even recognize TNT as WCW. Not even casual fans, just lapsed fans, as Cody Rhodes would put it. And the lapsed fans, for layman's terms, are people that used to watch wrestling as kids, but they no longer do because of the product. That's like the 18 to 49 demographic and stuff. So our demographic.
Yeah.
My mom, actually, when I told her about all this, she's like, wait a second, they got on TNT, that's WCW territory. Like, everyone recognizes that as huge. Like, that is the biggest thing. They have not even put on a show yet since the announcement of their company.
And, like, for anyone who doesn't know what they're all about, people know at TNT especially because the other night during, I think it was Game 4 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals in the Raptors and Bucks, there was an all Elite Wrestling Double or Nothing banner.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
And I'm like, wow, that's big.
Yeah, like, they never do that. Or at least with WWE, right?
Now with WWE, I don't remember if they did anything with
They
WWE.
used to do it back in 2009, 2010.
Well, I think ever since NBC Universal and USA took over that, I think USA usually handles most of the WWE advertising because they still handle both main roster shows until the Fox deal kicks in. So
yeah, and then once the Fox deal, it's going to be almost every night on whatever football time.
You watch football, you watch baseball, whatever you watch on Fox. Once that deal kicks in, you're going to see either a banner ad on the bottom or like a commercial in between. But it's like I think All Elite Wrestling, they have the resources, they have the chance. If this show is just as well received as All In was, I think they're going to be in good shape.
I think they are, especially with the talent involved and the matches, as well as the build-up. Literally, my first example is going to be Cody versus Dustin, probably the best built match on the card.
And you didn't need a single minute of TV time to build it. It's all been through social media.
And YouTube videos. Literally, I think the YouTube video in total, I'd say is about 10 minutes of build-up. And it was interview style, it was different, and it was great. Even Cody's like, he took the shots at WWE, but he's like, this isn't brother versus brother, natural versus nightmare. This is generation versus generation. I'm here to kill the Attitude Era. And he brought up like Old Yeller and stuff. It's like, when a dog, he keeps going past his prime and stuff, and he's just begging to be put down, you put your finger on the steel of the trigger, and you blast it away. I'm just like the promo work is amazing.
Dustin's watching the videos like, man, this sounds like some of this is actually stuff you've thought about me before. Can we talk after the show is over?
Well, and then he goes on, he starts and ends with, I love my brother. And I'm like, it's intense. If you have the time, watch Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes. Watch their build-up on AEW. It's insane. It's amazing videography and storytelling. And it's simple. And not only that, AEW apparently confirmed that they have about 6 months to a year of storylines already built up already. They already have it planned. It's huge.
Just wish WWE would do the same fucking thing.
WWE doesn't have 6 minutes of storylines mapped out yet.
know.
And have probably 3 times as many writers.
So let's look at the card. I'm gonna save the Casino Battle Royal and the main event, for last.
Because the Battle Royal, you feel like if there's going to be any surprises, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I was going to go into that. All right, so where do you want to start? You want to start?
Kip Sabian versus Sammy Guevara. I'm going to give it to Sammy. Sammy Guevara has actually gotten a lot of YouTube time. Being the Elite, he got a lot of screen time on there and stuff. He's been very pushed prominently. He was at the Vegas conference and stuff, so I feel like he should be the one, like a chicken shit heel that people should be building around. Any objections? Am I the only one that really knows all the build-up?
We had a discussion about this before. We didn't really plan on predictions.
Okay.
But generally talking about the matches themselves would be a good idea, though.
I think it's also going to be really good for Sammy Guevara and Kip Sabian to really show what they're going to do. They're young talent. They're going to... Again, Sammy Guevara's personality has really shined through being the Elite, so I think that it's really going to be his time. And then we also have the 6-woman tag match. Aja Khan's a Japanese legend on the one hand, and then there's another one on there. I think her name's... Where the hell is your name? Oh, so it's, Aja Khan, Yuka Sakazaki, Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida, Ryo Abe, and Ryo Mizunami. I hear Shida is supposed to be a really good steal for the women's division. So a lot of people have been speculating that she would get the pin over Aja Kong, the Japanese legend. So might as well. This has had literally no build-up at all. So it really doesn't matter. I think it's there as like just a great showcase of talent. You also have the Best Friends. Funny story, the Best Friends are actually supposed to be in the Casino Battle Royal, but they were threatening the Young Bucks and threatened to murder their family if they were not in they didn't have a tag match. And then the Young Bucks were like, hey Chuck, you want to say hi to my kids? Like, just look at all of our kids. Didn't you say you wanted to murder them? And they're all waving hi and like saying hi. And he's like, that wasn't me. I swear that was the other guy. You saw it. He was out of the frame. He said it, not me.
Kind of feels like the Samoa Joe Rey Mysterio feud. Hey, if you don't give me my title back, I'm going to destroy your kid who is bigger than you.
Yeah. But I'm excited for the Best Friends. I'm leaning towards the Best Friends, but Angelico and Jack Evans have a lot of history with the Lucha Underground. So that's also a huge possibility. I feel like it'd be a good idea for the Best Friends to win. I don't know. It'd be fun.
Agreed.
SoCal Uncensored versus
They're called the Strong Hearts.
Yeah, Strong Hearts with Shima.
Mm-hmm. T-Hawk and El Lidaman.
This is more of a showcase for Strong Hearts. It's a AEW has a partnership with Oriental Wrestling Entertainment, which is a Chinese-based organization. Shima runs it and stuff. This is a huge opportunity to showcase Chinese talents in the States. You know, we really haven't seen all of that. So SoCal Uncensored, I feel, however, have been very prominent members of Being the Elite. They should be the ones to steal it. Triple Threat Women's match. Have to give it to Britt Baker. Britt Baker, again, is the only woman from All In that performed there to be signed with AEW. And she is definitely a talent that they could all mold around. Fun fact, she's also dating Adam Cole. They've been together they've been together for a couple years.
Good for them.
Nyla Rose is going to be a monster. It's exciting to see where the American Kaiju goes. And Kaylee Ray, excuse me. She's fun. She's like a Bailey.
All right.
But, like, her personality is not annoying. It's just, like...
Neither is Bailey's. Bailey is a national treasure. That's why she's SmackDown Women's Champion.
Sure, Joe.
Shut up, Joe.
Sure. Well,
she's the hugger.
Shut up, Joe.
And then we also have...
There's 3 matches left. There's the
AAA Tag Team Championship. We cannot have all of the executive vice presidents win.
Well, they are. So this is also a championship match for the AAA Tag Team.
Exactly.
So Lucha Bros are pros. They're probably going to win.
Lucha Brothers have to win it, give it back to Mexico and everything like that. The Young Bucks, for all intents and purposes, are still executive vice presidents. It would not look good if all of them won.
It'd be a major power play if
exactly. And, you know, the Young Bucks have always...
And Cody's not losing to Dustin. I guarantee you that.
That's another thing. Yeah, Cody has to win against Dustin.
And Omega Jericho's right down the middle. They're probably going to be Omega.
Well, the thing is, it depends on the Battle Royal.
True.
Because you need to look at who's in the Battle Royal and who could realistically carry the company or have an actual legitimate shot against someone of the caliber of Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega.
I have all the competitors. You want me to read it off?
Yeah, there's a couple names that we are going to highlight, though, with this.
There's Sonny Kiss, Brandon Cutler, Ace Romero, Glacier.
Yes, from WCW, Joe.
Brian Pillman.
As in Sub-Zero?
Yes.
Brian Pillman Jr., Sunny Days, MJF. That's the guy who faced
Maxwell
Matt
Jacob Friedman.
Yeah, from
Little
All In.
He's from Long Island, actually. Little shit.
Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nakazawa.
Michael Nakazawa. Sorry, it's a running joke because Kenny Omega hired Michael Nakazawa, and Matt Jackson thought that it was going to be Kota Ibushi, and he's like, "Who's Michael Nakazawa?" And for like 5 episodes of Being the Elite, everyone's just chanting Michael Nakazawa, and he's like, "Ah!" just going crazy over it. It's so much fun. All right, continue, Michael Nakazawa.
Jungle Boy,
son of the guy from Riverdale.
Yes. Shit. We had an episode.
Oh
we had an
my
episode
God.
about this too.
He just died. The dad? Luke Perry.
Luke Perry. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Ah, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
We're assholes. Straight to hell.
Isaiah Cassidy.
Who?
I don't know. Mark Quinn.
Okay.
Luchasaurus. Sean Spears.
Which is the former Ty Dillinger.
Yes. Not Luchasaurus, Sean Spears.
Sean Spears.
No,
Sean Spears.
No, I know.
Ty Dillinger.
No,
Not
I know that.
Luchasaurus.
No, he said like, oh, formerly Ty Dillinger as soon as you finish Luchasaurus.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
like,
I'm like, wait a minute. What? I thought it was Sean Spears.
Be fun if it was.
And then 4 to be determined. One of them is probably going to be John Moxley.
And if it's John Moxley, I have a good feeling he might win.
I was thinking John Moxley could be a potential.
Yeah.
Hangman Page could also be a potential, especially because he's no longer on the card for Pac. And they were building Hangman Page to be the world champion.
It's possible Pac as well.
Pac could
Pac
show
could
up.
as well.
Yeah,
It's
but if
the
Pac
only-
didn't want to lose to Hangman Page,
That's
Well,
the big thing.
I think it's because they didn't want to lose for the belt. I think it's different if it's a battle royal for a number 1 contender.
I was about to say, because he's currently the Dragon Gate Open champion, they didn't want him to lose clean in a pinfall thing.
Yeah, so if this is like an over the top rope thing, I don't think it's gonna matter
Yeah.
that
you can have
much.
like 3 people throw him out, and then you'll be fine.
Exactly.
Yes,
Or they both eliminate each other, Page and
Yeah, you could still do it and make it look
Pac.
strong.
So that leaves 2. I'm waiting for Joey Ryan to get signed and announced for this.
All I want.
We're
is
not getting the fucking penis
Yes,
druids.
We're getting, first off, they're fluids. Don't.
I thought they were flacids.
No, they're fluids because they were semi-erect. That's why they're fluids. Secondly, I wasn't thinking about the fluids. I was thinking about getting the video package of him being lied down and then his penis then erecting from it, just like in All
What?
In.
Have you ever seen
You
All
ever
In?
seen the All In thing?
You need to watch All In.
You need to watch All In. Joe's face right now just looks
Joe.
completely shocked.
Joe, what are you doing next Friday night?
If the way this conversation's going, I'll find something to do.
Just go on YouTube, type in All In Joey Ryan's entrance, and
You
you'll
sure
be,
have to go incognito to look this up?
It's on YouTube.
You can, but it's on YouTube. But
Well, I know Joey Ryan does the thing where he uses his penis as a finisher.
yes, which is amazing. But that's besides the point.
So the biggest people that are currently announced, Jimmy Havoc. Oh, isn't Darby Allin supposed to be in the Battle Royal?
Not listed.
He's
I'm
probably
looking on Wikipedia, and I would like to believe that Wikipedia, as of right now, for wrestling stuff, is factually 100% correct as of right now.
okay. So Darby Allin is probably also going to be in there too. He was announced, and he actually had his own video package signing as well. So he's probably going to be in there as well.
CM Punk.
CM Punk is another name that I've been thinking. Tony Khan's been after him since the inception.
CM Punk has totally shot down the rumors of him.
Yeah, he's going to be in California at Bellator.
Yeah.
It's still a possibility, regardless of him not being a Double or Nothing, that he will be at some point in All In.
It's a
I mean,
possibility.
he did do that run-in at the Independent show.
He did.
About a month ago.
Yeah,
where he was under
for
the
Ace
mask.
Steel, not Ace Romero, but Ace Steel. It's a different
Yeah.
person.
But let's look at the other notable competitors: Jungle Boy, Jimmy Havoc,
Sean Spears. Sean Spears could win.
Sean Spears. I don't think he should though.
I don't think so either, but there's a good possibility though. I think at least has a.
But he's a perfect 10.
He is a perfect 10, but he is not the perfect choice. Simply for the fact that if they do this, they automatically give it to a WWE guy. It will not look good.
Which is why Billy Gunn's going to win the Battle Royal.
We are not giving it to Billy Gunn.
Billy Gunn versus Chris Jericho
No.
for the championship.
I mean, if
WWE
Dean Ambrose, if John Moxley shows up, wouldn't that be the same thing though?
Yeah, but Moxley's still kind of an indie guy at heart. Like,
I'd even see him, and even if, let's say, by some chance that CM Punk would show up and win this,
if
wouldn't that be
CM
the
Punk
same
would
thing?
show up, I feel like.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm out of the competitors that were listed. If Moxley and Punk don't show up, MJF is the best bet to win the Battle Royal. MJF's a little chicken shit heel. He is a legitimate chicken shit top heel, and it shows that they're committed to building new stars.
So does
also
that
if
mean
Hangman
if
Page isn't in it.
MJF wins, does that mean he's facing Kenny Omega?
I would say he's versing Kenny Omega because you cannot have Chris Jericho lead this company.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Sure you can.
I was gonna say if
No!
if a face won the Battle Royal, then I would say Chris Jericho would win.
I would still lean towards Kenny because Kenny should be in the title picture. He should be. He's the best wrestler in the company. He needs to be at the top of the card. You know.
What if Adam Page wins and then Kenny also wins?
Then that'd be a great match because the thing is they also teased that back in New Japan last year. They teased that split. You know, because Kenny Omega was trying to protect Kota Ibushi. Hangman Page wanted to literally murder Kota Ibushi. Stuff like that.
Fun fact. Tama Tonga wants a little piece of action at AEW. There's a tweet going around.
Of course he does. He's irrelevant. Yeah, Tama Tonga. At me, bro.
Think you don't want him to come find you?
What are you going to do? Bring your daddy? Oh, shit.
Yeah, if Haku gets involved, you're fucked.
If Haku gets involved and starts chopping you, you're going to have some bad times.
I will kick you in the nuts so hard that when you wake up, I will be on a plane on the other side of the country.
Have you heard about Haku's headbutts?
I don't.
Man's head's like stone. He's like a wild Samoan.
You're a wild Samoan.
That's why nobody headbutts the Usos.
I thought it was actually an unwritten rule that you don't headbutt a Samoan.
You don't.
Isn't that why Undertaker, when he tried to headbutt Jimmy Snuka, he actually was in pain or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that's why he learned his lesson. Didn't try to headbutt Roman Reigns.
Exactly. But this...
Just like when Samoa Joe headbutts people, he like knocks them on their ass.
This is going to be a night that pro wrestling will never forget.
Either a really good way or a really bad way.
Exactly. But this is the turning point.
This is another turning point. This is when it really
even
gets
Impact Wrestling at its height couldn't get this much hype.
Exactly.
No.
That's the thing.
And
You're
the one time they
right
did it was Victory Road 2011. We all saw what happened then.
Stop it. We don't talk about that.
Jeff hardly can walk to the ring.
Okay, we get it. Everyone knows what happened. All right.
And then, the last time that Impact even tried to do this much was when Hogan and Bischoff were there, and
they couldn't get to the heights
because they had no more money.
That's the thing. AEW has the financial backing, the hype, the talent, and the confidence.
They're also not paying Eric Bischoff 6 figures to be a talent.
No, they're paying Chris Jericho 6 figures to be a talent.
And they're not paying
But
Vince
he isn't
Russo.
actually being a talent.
Did you hear what Jim Ross said, too? When Jerry Lawler's contract's up, he's going to try and get Lawler to AEW.
Ooh.
I hope someone has puppies.
Britt Baker has some nice puppies if you check her out.
Okay.
You're also forgetting about Cody's wife. Don't forget about that.
Well, yeah.
I would not leer at the boss's wife.
I'm just saying that's.
I would not have the balls to do that, and I don't think Jerry Lawler has it either.
I don't know about that.
Had who wants to gawk at his wife?
Stephanie?
No.
Oh.
Linda?
Did he gawk at Stephanie?
Maybe when she was younger, and she was like in the Attitude Era,
I don't know. You could still gawk at her. She's got that MILF vibe and stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but her husband's jacked out of his head.
Oh my god, where the fuck did we go with this conversation?
Her husband's Mad Max.
/ Terminator / Shao Kahn.
/ Terror Rising / Paul Levesque. Jean-Paul Levesque.
/ Hunter Hearst Helmsley / China's bitch.
There's a lot of things.
All right, last thing we should end with. What do you think is going to be the match of the night?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Omega Jericho is going to be really good. Cody and Dustin, maybe not from an in-ring standpoint, but maybe from a storytelling standpoint, should be really good.
I think it depends how they tell the story in the ring as well.
Young Bucks versus Lucha Brothers should be incredible.
I think
because now they're going to have the time to do it now.
Yeah.
Athletically, it's going to go towards the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. Best match overall, I'm going to have to say Cody versus Dustin. I just remember Cody's match from All In versus Nick Aldis for the NWA Heavyweight Championship, and that was just pure, beautiful storytelling with modern athleticism and stuff. I think we're going to get the same thing from Cody and Dustin.
Yeah, but Dustin's also 50 years old.
He's like fine wine. He gets better with time.
Yeah, but like the whole time that he was always with WWE.
Yeah, but he wasn't a cringy wrestler in WWE when he was Goldust. So
yeah, but like how much really in-ring has he had the last few years?
I don't think it matters with how much time they get in the ring. It's
going to be his experience.
Yeah, it's going to be how much they're going to put into whatever amount of time that they get.
I think however much it suffers from a technical standpoint will be made up for.
Exactly. The storytelling has to be good. Like they're both going to be doing similar moves. Like Cody always does the when his opponent bends over after doing the Irish whip, Cody always does the falls on the back and then throat thrust above,
like
Goldust does. And I could see them using their father's moves and everything, each other's moves. I'm expecting Dustin, to actually pull out like a crossroads on him and everything, and then I don't know, maybe Cody does a shattered dream when no one's looking. I'm expecting that.
Maybe Dustin hits a bionic elbow.
Exactly. There's so much storytelling with this that it's going to be amazing. I haven't been this excited for a brother. I haven't felt like this. Really looking forward to this kind of match since I'm going to actually say the Hardy Boys when they first each other.
25.
Yeah, I'm getting the same kind of vibe.
Because that was a really good match.
That was a great match. That made me a Jeff Hardy fan.
I can't remember the last. I mean, even like the brother versus brother feuds have been like far and few between the good ones. And before that was the original Undertaker Kane feud.
Undertaker Kane. You had Brett versus Owen.
Yeah. Bubba versus Reverend Devon.
We're not talking about that. But there hasn't been a lot of
Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. No. Super kick. Yeah. No, I can't tell.
I thought you were about to say Sin Cara Blue versus Sin Cara Black.
Oh God.
But
Sin Cara Azul.
But there hasn't been a lot of brother versus brother feuds, and every time it's happened, they've all been done extremely well, and I am looking very much forward to this.
Yeah, but not every Matt Hardy feud went off without a hitch.
There's only been one.
No, there was actually two. I think they had like a mini breakup in like the early 2000s. They had a match.
No, I thought they were just in different shows.
No, they had a match at, was it Unforgiven 2001 or Vengeance 2001?
I don't know.
Because there was like a time where like Matt thought Lito was giving Jeff too much attention.
Brotherly squabble. Nothing like this.
Yeah, they had a match at Vengeance 2001.
Oh, okay.
Lito was the special guest referee.
Oh. Well, they made up after that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So it was like a mini thing.
And then the inaugural championship match should also be good too.
No, that's not until at a later date.
Oh, that's at a later date.
Yeah, what I'm leaning towards is going to be Fight for the Fallen in July, with at the Jaguars Stadium. Mm-hmm. I'm leaning towards MJF versus Kenny Omega. If there's no surprises.
Right. Because Hangman Page could easily swing this. Jon Moxley,
Pac. There's a lot of great talent that could, headline that. But the thing is, after this, I'm guaranteeing you Cody versus Chris Jericho at the next AEW show.
Whatever next gambling pun they come up with.
No, the next one's Fight for the Fallen.
Okay.
That's what I'm leaning towards because they've been having a lot of conflict, and Chris Jericho's actually been making Cody Rhodes saying, "You have to thank me. None of this would have been possible without really being the entitled heel." I haven't seen this side of Chris Jericho yet, so I was very.
The last time you really saw that side of Chris Jericho was in 2008 when he feuded with Michaels.
Yeah, but this one's different because he's like, "I literally built you your company. Thank me." Like a little fucker.
I love Jericho.
I do love Jericho.
He just keeps getting better. He's a fine wine.
Yeah.
He's like the finest wine.
Goldust had one of his best matches later on in his career. The Shield versus the Rhodes brothers.
True. But that was also more of a storyline thing than anything because they kept getting pushed around.
Yeah, but the storylines alone,
Stories still mattered. I mean, going back to Jericho and Michaels, that was also a huge story too.
Yeah.
That made the difference. That match was so good that they had to ban blood from WWE. I want to see that try to happen. I want to see if they could try to ban blood.
Look what happens every time Samoa Joe gets busted open. They stop the whole thing. All right, screw it, rape, shit finisher, just pin him, get it out of there.
No blood.
But remember, Monday Night Raw is getting edgier for the third hour.
Oh, fuck that.
Whatever the fuck that means.
All in all, I'm excited for tonight.
It should be. I think it's going to be a very good. I think tonight's going to be a good show. I just want to see. You have to see that they can follow up from here.
I think they can.
With a big boom, and then don't just fizzle out after that.
I agree.
Because I don't know when their premiere on TNT is supposed to be.
October, first week.
Okay.
Right when SmackDown goes to Fox.
So you still have two more legit pay-per-views before. At least two before.
Yeah, because they got Fight for the Fallen, and they also confirmed a UK thing is going to come up.
You see, you have at least two, possibly three major shows before your TV debut. So you have this should be your first opening act of you show All In wasn't a fluke, and then you just build a shit ton of momentum and just keep it rolling through the summer.
Yeah, and then they can start building up their own champions. The tag team, expecting tag team championships, women's mid card. Because they're keeping the belts small. They're keeping it simple and everything like that. Not like how Jim Ross says that WWE titles have never mattered less than they do now.
Boy, there's not that many.
There's 11.
Is that including the 24/7 championship?
Yes.
Okay.
There's
And then there's the NXT supplemental belts as well.
4, 7, 8.
So there's at least
9.
22, maybe 20.
Well, because Raw has 4.
SmackDown also has 4.
And then you
so
have
that's 8.
Women's tag team and 24/7. That's 10. And then you
Cruiserweight.
Cruiserweight's 11. Then you have what?
The women's
4,
actual belt. Oh, no.
4 on NXT.
11. So, yes, that's 15.
And then you have how many on NXT UK?
There's
3.
the UK, there's the tag team, and then there's the women.
20. Even.
20 belts.
Even.
20 belts across, what, 5 shows?
Yeah.
But 2 of them are defended everywhere. Woo! Everything's great. Can't wait for this Fox deal when they go, shit, we have too many belts. Throw them on a warehouse somewhere, hope people forget about them.
WWE's in trouble. Let's go AEW. All Elite Wrestling, baby.
Merge the main titles, merge the tag team and women's titles on the mid-card, and then just keep the 24/7 and the
I suggested that. Everyone said that was a bad idea.
Well, now we're at this point where WWE's grasping at straws so short that they could fucking...
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Merge everything.
Merge everything. The only thing I don't want merged is the
U.S. Intercontinental.
That's the only ones that you don't want merged.
But you already have the Cruiserweight Championship and you have the 24/7 belt.
Well, the 24/7 belt.
24/7 belt shouldn't have existed.
The fact is, the 24/7 belt is already better than the Universal Championship. That's sad.
It's been defended more times in the course of a week than the Universal title has been in a year.
Exactly. That's the sad part.
So yeah, I just think you can keep the mid-card belt separate because they're not going to have the same challenges as the 24/7 belt.
All right. We're starting to get off track. We got to end this show.
Let us know what you think of Double or Nothing.
All right. Bye.
Bitches.
Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned to our podcast. Special shout out to the Sachem Public Library for the continued use of their equipment and space. Continue supporting us by rating and subscribing through Patreon, Audio Boom, Stitcher, TuneIn, Castbox, Deezer, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, and the Big Three, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts at Marks for Life Podcast. Also, check out our YouTube channel, Marks for Life, for our podcast playlist and other content. Please follow us on our social media on Twitter at Marks for Life Pod, Instagram at Marks for Life Podcast, our Tumblr page, Marks for Life Podcast, and our Facebook page, Marks for Life Podcast. And email us at marksforlifepodcast@gmail.com for any comments, questions, or feedback. Until next time, audio.